Doctor Strange 2 leaks reveal a mind-blowing multiversal cameo. It was only a matter of time. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been skidding into the multiverse for years, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is set to drive straight off that cliff. In the process, it looks like the next MCU movie could also create a direct connection between the mainline movies and one of the weirdest peripheral stories in recent memory. Spoilers ahead for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. After Marvel released a new trailer and poster for Doctor Strange 2 seemingly hinting at the arrival of What If's Captain Carter, an alternate reality version of Hayley Atwell's Peggy Carter, who takes the super soldier serum intended for Captain America, the official Disney Plus Twitter account for Italy appeared to confirm the rumors. The account had recently tweeted, translated from Italian, "It seems that S.H.I.E.L.D. has recently reappeared somewhere. Thinking face, doesn't that sound like madness to you? Captain Carter and all the episodes of What If are waiting for you on Disney Plus. For this to make sense, you need to know that a sliver of Carter's vibranium shield, a version of Captain America's with the UK flag replacing the stars and stripes, was spotted in the Multiverse of Madness poster. In that context, this Disney account seems to be confirming it's more than just an Easter egg. Instead, it's a major part of the plot, and that means you might be confused by Doctor Strange 2 if you haven't seen What If, or at least a couple of key episodes. Despite Marvel continuously saying that What If was part of the MCU, the animated anthology always felt superfluous to the main story. After all, it's fun to imagine what might happen if Killmonger met Tony Stark, but does that matter to the plot of the movies? However, the arrival of Captain Carter in Doctor Strange 2 proves that What If really does matter, and opens the door to even more crossovers. Maybe that Killmonger variant will show up in Black Panther 2. Thanks to Multiverse of Madness, anything seems possible. Before we get too excited, it's worth noting that Captain Carter still isn't technically confirmed for Doctor Strange 2. This could just be the work of an Easter egg and an overeager social media manager. Then again, considering some of the other cameos we're currently expecting, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Tom Cruise as Iron Man, Captain Carter seems like a pretty sure bet. Doctor Strange 2 trailer Easter egg reveals the MCU's weirdest new dimension. Fans have known for a while now that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will do things that no other Marvel Cinematic Universe film has done before. However, few could have predicted just how many bold decisions Marvel Studios has chosen to make with the new superhero film, which promises to dive headfirst into all of the weirdest corners of the MCU's multiverse. The film's latest trailer only further proved just how, for lack of a better term, strange Multiverse of Madness is going to be. The well-received teaser contains several truly game-changing, mind-bending moments, including one blink and you'll miss it detail that reveals one of Multiverse of Madness' biggest surprises. The second trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness isn't lacking in beautiful, psychedelic visuals. That said, there's one particular moment in the trailer that Marvel fans are latching onto and losing their minds over online. The moment in question comes near the trailer's 1:25 mark and shows Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, and America Chavez, Xochitl Gomez, falling from a dimension populated by dinosaurs into one that is, well, animated. While the scene happens very quickly in the trailer, the animated dimension looks like a comic book come to life, with Strange even turning into an illustrated version of himself as he falls into it. The fact that Multiverse of Madness will feature a scene in which two of its lead characters travel into an animated world is exciting for a few different reasons. For starters, it's an undeniably exciting visual idea, with the inclusion of an animated sequence adding yet another layer to a film that is already proving to be Marvel's trippiest title to date. Beyond that, the sequence's existence proves that Marvel Studios isn't afraid of blending its animated and live-action worlds. That opens the door for the studio to have characters from its animated films and TV shows, like What If, appear in live-action titles and vice versa. It also means Marvel could be open to letting certain MCU characters appear in animated form in something like Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse. That Sony animated film is already rumored to feature a few surprise MCU cameos, but this Multiverse of Madness detail makes those rumors seem a little bit more plausible. With every new detail and piece of footage released, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness becomes more interesting of a project. That's true of the recent confirmations that it'll introduce a version of the Illuminati and bring Professor X, Patrick Stewart, into the MCU. The same goes for this unexpected reveal. After all, who could have predicted 6 months ago that Multiverse of Madness would feature an animated sequence? At this point, it seems like Marvel is only a few steps away from making an MCU version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. To be fair, that's probably something a lot of comic book fans want to see happen, and we don't blame them. Is Deadpool in Doctor Strange 2? Ryan Reynolds reveals a concerning update. The Super Bowl was full of pop culture surprises. While there wasn't any glimpse of upcoming works like Black Adam and Obi-Wan Kenobi, we got a new trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness before the game even started. Alongside this action-packed trailer, there was also a new poster depicting Stephen Strange surrounded by countless shards of glass. Fans found clues to the plot reflected in these shards, including a possible Captain Carter cameo, and even a shard showing something that looks suspiciously like Deadpool's mask. Will Deadpool appear? Ryan Reynolds says no, but that doesn't mean much to Marvel fans. Reynolds told Variety at a screening of his upcoming Netflix movie The Adam Project that he's not in the Marvel sequel, saying, "I'm really not in the movie." This would normally be enough to quash any and all rumors about an appearance, but not in this case. In the months before the release of fellow MCU film Spider-Man, No Way Home, Andrew Garfield promoted the eyes of Tammy Faye and Tick Tick Boom, and was asked countless times if he'd appear in Spider-Man, No Way Home. Every time he denied it outright. Then the movie came out, and it was revealed that Garfield was lying through his teeth. So it's no wonder why Reynolds' denial isn't being taken at face value. When it was suggested he might be lying, Reynolds doubled down, saying, "I'm promising, I'm not in the movie." Is this the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now? Are we forced to assume that all actors are contractually obligated to lie to the point where a denial is meaningless? Or is the magic gone from Marvel's denial trick, allowing actors to be more candid going forward? If this encounter confirms anything, it's not whether Ryan Reynolds will be in Multiverse of Madness. Instead, it confirms that all trust between Marvel actors and fans is gone. If Andrew Garfield could lie for months about No Way Home, anyone could deny a cameo right up until we see them on screen. Re-establishing that trust will be difficult. Hopefully, Ryan Reynolds and the countless other actors who will be asked about this movie will continue the previous precedent of being coy, but not duplicitous. By that playbook, I think we can take him for his word. Sorry, Deadpool fans. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness premieres May 6, 2022 in theaters. The most underrated time travel adventure on Netflix. Sci-fi book adaptations are a staple of the movie landscape. In the time of Dune, The Martian, and even Ready Player One, bringing a world to life in a movie is the ultimate honor a book can receive. But where these adaptations get interesting is when the world of the book is entirely different than what's seen on screen. Dune was set in the same far-off world as the book, but what if a book set on Earth was completely transplanted? That's what this time travel romance on Netflix explores. The Door into Summer is a 2021 Japanese movie directed by Takahiro Miki. An adaptation of the 1957 novel of the same name by Robert A. Heinlein, the film not only updates the plot by moving it decades forward, partly in 1995, partly in 2025, but the true blue American story is changed to be based in Japan. Needless to say, the main character is no longer named Daniel Boone Davis. For English-speaking viewers, this adds a whole new layer to the story. While the book now feels old-fashioned, the movie is fresh and new, and the sentimental J-drama tone fits the story's romantic center. It has all the hallmarks of both a great sci-fi movie, androids, cryosleep, nefarious business deals, detective work, and a great romance movie, changing the time-space continuum to be together, childhood friends to lovers. A cute cat. Soichiro Takakura, Kento Yamazaki, is a scientist whose life is blown apart by a shady business deal. Out of options, he decides to put himself in cryosleep for 30 years, but wakes up to a completely different world. The stock he held in his robotics company is worthless, but most importantly he lost his adopted sister-turned-possible crush Riko, Kaya Kirahaya. She's 17, but it's not weird. Think the quasi-step-sibling relationship in Clueless. Through a lot of complicated time travel hijinks and an android manservant, Soichiro tries to achieve a happily ever after for him and his loved ones. The film's time travel paradox is possibly the most interesting model that exists in storytelling. Instead of Soichiro's time meddling affecting the future is already affected. He needs to work backwards in order to close the time loop. It's similar to the time travel mechanics used in Harry Potter, and it makes the plot feel both complex and tidy at the same time. And while it may be based on a classic hard sci-fi novel, the ending of The Door into Summer is trademark J-drama. There's an emotional pop song and a romantic reunion, which is just the dose of melodrama the narrative needs. The Door into Summer is constantly straddling two extremes. It's both a complex and simple story, both an American and Japanese narrative, both a sci-fi and a romance. Watching it constantly combine the best of both worlds is well worth your time. Okay, stay tuned to our channel. I'll be providing you with up-to-date reliable movie news. Enjoy.